this is Rolf from Tesla Owners US. We are due to a family incident in Germany and we are driving an EV6. So there are representatives from Kia as well here. And actually it's a pretty nice car, I tell you guys. But more comes after the intro.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future.
Okay, this is very funny here. You have a red light and then you are in the lane. It's splitting to the right and to the left. So where do you go? There's only one lane. So I have to go to the left and then go straight here, which is very cumbersome. Yeah. We are driving through Salzgitter, but so that means the Salzgitter, there is heavy industry here on the left side from the steel. That city was very big because they took ore, iron ore in the Third Reich out of iron ore out of the earth, and then they produced steel out of that. It was very heavy steel industry, and I think some of these buildings are still from the Third Reich there. The steel industry reduced. We had some curiosities with the charging, so we tried to charge there, and all of the possible things to charge were not possible to charge. So there was a code to scan in. Stay there please. And we tried to scan it in, and yeah, it was not successful, the scanning. So we tried to go in there, and then they said the charger is not available. We have enough miles or kilometers now, 260 kilometers on the car, but it was it was not nice that it's so complicated to manage that. There should be near frequency with a phone or a credit card. That should be possible, and then you should charge everywhere. So all right, it's not much different as in US. I think it's a little bit easier in the US to do that. Okay, we're gonna tell you more. It is gray out here, it's no sunshine. So here we are again, and this is our fourth attempt to charge. We did charge for a couple of minutes, and I think we were just impatient enough to interrupt the charge. Every time we charge here at that charger, oh, the traffic lights are not going and the sun is shining. So every time we're charging here at that charger, so we have a difficult time how to proceed with that, and then it deducts 50 euro every time as a precaution for charging. So with 50 euro charging, I could probably, yeah, I could charge my Silverado truck for 50 euro charging, because the price, this is a pretty attractive price, let's say. For Europe it's 28 cents, right? 28 euro cents, which are about 32, let's say
48.
48? 48 cents?
48 cents, yes.
48 cents. No, then it's not so attractive. I thought it was lesser than that. So yeah, and here we go. Here's a charger, and we do another attempt. Let's try it here again. So we gave up on the charger. We called help desk and he couldn't help us, and they said, this maybe it has to do with the shop, it's not open on Sunday. And so, and we asked if we get the refund of the 50 euro each time we're going to operate it, and then they said yeah, that's going to be refunded and blah blah. So Yeah, we gave up on that. Now we are on the next one. It's on EV Go. It's a DC charger. Let's see how that works.
What number is that?
Number 1. That's gas. Okay, let's log in.
Number 1, huh?
Tried to scan the code here, and then he said the whole charger is not available. And then you can see the charger is actually available. I don't know what the problem is here, but they said the charger is not available. So the charger is available. Yeah, what we need to find out is now if we can. It's also cheaper with the app. So Oscar gonna take the app and download the app and try to log in and sign in and connect the credit card and all of that stuff, you know. And then we try to connect again and see how's it working. Okay, good. Let's try again. So also this charger from EWE Go is not available. It doesn't show on the map. We even tried it with the app. The telephone number here is not available. The charger is not showing up on the map, and there's a charger here which is actually basically inactive, or it's just a fake charger. That's what I'm thinking. So we tried somewhere else. So we are gonna make another attempt. This is the 3rd charger, the 4th charger, and that should be a DC charger as well. Let's see if that works. That is the very expensive one, WEVG. That is the very expensive one. And see what it cost. I think it was over 60 cents, 60 euro cent. Hello, so we finally made it. That is 60 cents per kilowatt, and we it took an hour. It loaded 45 kilowatt in 58 minutes, and there would be another remaining 19 minutes to load the rest. It's about 90% loaded now, and they had to load the car maintained for 100%, which means that it could be a lithium iron phosphate battery. And then I don't know how long we're gonna stay here, but just give me some time here to check and how it's been loaded. The other guy here next to me with the AC load, he left. Okay, and we would be good to go in a couple of minutes. Let's see. Okay, that did it. I cannot tell you, but 45 kilowatt by 60 cents, that's about the price now we would have to pay. And it's about an hour of loading time. So guys, we are in the Kia EV6 now, and from time to time you get this. It's driving on autopilot, kind of a little bit self-driving. So the symbols are the same, like that sign there. But from time to time you have to really touch the steering wheel. Is that jiggling like on the Tesla as well? So we charged up to 91%, and now we are driving kind of a bigger road, not that fast, but there are quite some speed limits here. It should come to a complete stop, I hope so. Let's see. Did it? Yeah, it did. So, well, Oscar is driving again, or partially the car is driving, and there are some interesting things. So it had a sound enabled on the car, and we didn't like that sound. So, and then there are somewhere in the settings where you can disconnect the sound, and that's the best thing on an electric car, to have no sound. For me, the sound even in low speed was already going on my nerves. And yeah, and in this case we disabled the sound, and it's really quiet driving, and it's actually a nice driving on the EV6. They did a good job on the car. Now with the charging in Germany is different. Probably it would be easier if you later have all of your charging cards and everything what you need and a regular account here, but sporadic charging or ad hoc charging, that needs improvements. So we are driving, the graphics are nice. There's a drive screen here on the left side, and there is a navigation screen in the middle. So it actually has two screens, and there is also a heads up. Can you see the heads up? Yeah. I don't know if you can see the heads up, but there has a heads up screen here as well. So that's the same nice thing from the car. We have really beautiful weather here in the middle mountains there, and you can even see the top of the mountains there. In the Harz is the Brocken, and you can see it from here, which I'm guessing is still 15 miles away. Yeah, it's fall here, temperatures are low. It was close to freezing. I'm gonna go straight. No, I must cut off. Yeah. So from that point of view, nothing to complain. Quite nice to drive with the car. Wo hier so viele Leute schauen. Ja, genau. Jetzt schlafen wir in dem Hotel, das ist nicht schlecht, aber naja, das ist so, das reicht. Oh, müssen wir das hier rum machen, wa? Ja. Okay. Yeah, this is the last day we are here in Germany for a short visit, and this is the last day for the Kia EV6 and the charging options in Germany. About the charger, so these chargers there in Edeka, for example, these chargers were a little difficult to operate, but when you operate them with an ad hoc option, and that happened there many times, and finally on one day, on the previous last day, we got it to work, and the guy told me that after a charge the system always needed to be restarted. So basically I told them that, oh, why don't you do that automatically? So after the last charging has been finished, that you restart the computer or restart the system in the charger, and then everything is fine. So yeah, I gave him some hints there what he could do in order to avoid that people constantly calling them. And yeah, otherwise the car itself is nice driving. And now finally at the last day we figured almost everything out what you can do with the car. And what we are most interested is that even when this is a rental car, Oscar connected on his app, you downloaded the app and it connected with the car, in the car. So this is a function what not always, for me never, no, only one time worked. So where we can send someone, the renter, the car temporary, at least temporary, to the car to him, and he can operate it on the app. On the app there are basically similar functions to it, right, Oscar? Similar functions. And but we could connect the rental car to it, and we connected that, and you could see how it's charging, and that is charging also remotely. And we charged 3 times, and at IKEA it was even for free, which is not the case actually in the US. I paid at IKEA for charging. Here in Braunschweig it was actually for free. So, and I think we had enough. They told us right away that we would not have to return the car in a full condition or in a 70% condition. We got the car full, and they said we don't go after you if you don't return it in a full they have chargers there, and they were gonna put the car on the charger immediately. So we got a good impression of the car. We didn't get a good, or I at least didn't get a good impression of the charging, ad hoc charging capabilities. When you are a guest in Germany, that has to be much better. Okay, that was actually all for the visit in Germany and for all of the activities here. So we're gonna say goodbye to Germany, and it's, you can see it also from the weather, it's gray here, and is construction zone on the highway at all times. Most of the time, if I'm driving on this highway, I always saw construction. So yeah, and talk to you next time for another review. All right, bye bye.